Hey, it's Justin Morrison here, and today I'm reviewing the Canon EOS 5DS on behalf of bestbuy.ca. The 5DS is a full-frame camera with a rather impressive 50.6 megapixel sensor. It is a lot like the Canon 5D Mark IV, which I reviewed recently, but it is missing a number of the features that really impressed me about the 5D Mark IV, such as the touchscreen on the back of the camera. Unfortunately, this screen is not touch enabled, so you don't get to move through the menus, using your fingers. You have to use the dials. It's also got a significantly less ISO capability. So it only goes up to 6400 ISO instead of 32,000, which the 5D Mark IV is capable of. Also, the video shooting capabilities of the 5DS are less than stellar. It does not shoot 4K, it only shoots full HD, which for a camera of this nature kind of surprises me. I would expect it to shoot at least 4K. So you do miss out on a number of interesting features when you work with the 5DS. What you get in return are very large files. Photographers who need very large files are photographers who have very specific reasons for doing so. For example, if you're a commercial photographer, you may wish to provide your clients with very large files from which they can print large billboard posters. If you're a fine art photographer, you also might want to make very large format prints for galleries. If you're a landscape photographer, similarly, you may wish to make very large prints of your work. But the downside of having that very large sensor and all those pixels is that the interference caused by the pixels being packed very close together gives you that degradation in the high ISO performance. So it's really not worth attempting to force this camera to shoot at 32,000 ISO, for example, because you just wouldn't get very good results. So while there were a number of features that I felt that the 5DS lacked, there were also some good features that impressed me. It does have an intervalometer, which allows you to take a series of shots at a specified time difference. So you might want to take, for example, 100 shots, taking one every 3 seconds. So you can just set that up and let it sit and shoot the photos while you go about your business. It also has a time-lapse movie mode, where similarly you take a series of shots, but it then produces a movie file instead of a series of individual shots. Another really interesting feature. I like that the 5DS has dual card slots. It accepts CF cards and SD cards. SD cards are often very large. They have a very big memory capacity, and they're really great value, so it's great to have the option to use SD cards here. Of course, the 5DS being a Canon camera, it is incredibly well built. It's a very sturdy camera. This is a camera that you are likely to shoot with for many years if you decide to. It will withstand a great deal of wear and tear. As I know from my experience, Canons are built to last. Another feature I liked was the level that comes with the 5D, which allows you to know that your camera is level when you're taking your shot. The 5DS has a vibration minimization control, which means that when the mirror is actuated as you're taking the shot, it is prevented from causing a shake within the camera that could cause a minor blurring to your image. That is something that very demanding photographers will appreciate. All in all, I have to say, having just reviewed the 5D Mark IV, I wasn't too impressed with the 5DS. Really, what you're getting here is a camera that shoots very high resolution images. There is a trade-off though. You do lose some features that I personally really value. But again, the photographer who needs this camera knows why he or she needs this camera. Finally, let's take a look at some of the shots I was able to capture with the Canon EOS 5DS. For the Best Buy blog, I'm Justin Morrison. Until next time, peace out.